Hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. Today we are up at our camp and we're going to discuss how do we provide the most basic resources like water and cooking and those type of things at our off-grid camp in these frigid winter temperatures. So that intro would be much better if it wasn't actually almost 70 degrees right now. So yeah, you got all these plans to shoot a video up at your camp 4 hours away over the New Year's weekend and you think this is going to be great, we're going to be snowed in. No, is what it is, right? But I still want to obviously cover this topic. And if you've been following the channel, you know our cabin build we've been doing here. We don't have a well, we don't have a cistern, we don't have any way of catching water other than our rain catchment here. So that's kind of a three season gig. And I've had to drain those because they would have ruptured with this negative temperatures we've had last week up here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how we're going to get water inside the camp in large storage amounts. We're actually going to store 30 gallons. And I have a 30-gallon tank right here on the trailer. But obviously I can't pick that up and just carry it inside the camp because that's 240 pounds. And it takes way more of a man to do that than me. But so we're going to use our second tank that's almost empty. In fact, I think it has about a gallon or two water in it. And we're going to carry that in because that's not too heavy. And we're going to transfer with our pump. Maybe that was 5 gallons. Lower, that'd be perfect. Okay, so to get the water out of our 30-gallon tank, I'm going to use a transfer pump, and I have this 14 pump. It's a transfer pump. I've featured it before on the channel when we were doing the concrete piers actually for the cabin, but it's a power suck, so we're going to have to use the generator for it. So I'm going to grab Dad's Honda generator, and we'll fire it up and be able to transfer the water over. Okay. Let me expose my bunghole here. Cameraman is not impressed. Camerawoman. Sweet. Hey Ma, open the window here by the kitchen, please. Take that and put it in that tank. Yeah, you unscrew them. There should be one that's pretty loose. All right, so that gets water to here. So that's about 30 gallons, 240 pounds, not an issue for the floor, of course. So we want to be able to use that for hand washing and filling up pots for cooking, all that. That's all potable water. This was a food grade, brand new jug or barrel, and I filled it up from our well at home. So we're in good shape there. The question is, how do I get the sink to function by drawing water? And we're going to use one of our diaphragm pumps. Okay, so I've got a diaphragm pump, and I featured this on the last video because I bought 2 of them, did the exact same thing. Just simple 12-volt pump, has a pressure switch that it cuts off, I believe, around 80 psi, 88 psi, somewhere around there. But it's adjustable, I can fix it if need be. And a 12-volt lead to a 12-volt pin, so it plugs into our battery source. And then here on the sink, turn around my lovely assistant, is this sink I've had forever down in the workshop. And we use it sometimes on processing day up at the house. So a long time ago, I rigged up a PVC connection that I could hook a garden hose to it. So just with my brass fitting to the garden hose connection, PVC, got a 3/8 inch barbed section so we can put just our clear hose on that then goes to our pump and then goes to our tank.
Cold outside world.
You look so sad.
Yeah, I can feel the heat coming off of it. All right, so now we're just gonna, this is our inlet side, so we just want to cut that hose off, clean there.
Not on the table.
What kind of stupid person do I look like? Okay. Now we go to the other end. All right, let's put it together with our friend Barb here. Okay, so I've got all this put together. Obviously leaks are a concern, so we're going to kind of hang it right here for now and do a test. Let's put our hose in the tank. Take our power cord over here. One of our outputs. PC on. Value is not working. Alright, so that's shut off. What kind of pressure? We have water! What? I said we have water! What? Alright, so that's working. Obviously, there's got to be a leak somewhere, either air leak or water leak. Oh, I still have air bubbles. Let's see, that's what it's doing. It's trying to compress the air bubble here. So if we get all the air out of it, I could actually leave this on all the time, but that's not what we're going to do. That's no bueno. I'm just going to turn it off, and then we're good to go. So I'm going to mount that pump on the wall underneath and get all this plumbing tucked away. I'm going to leave all this extra hose for now, just in case. I hate to start cutting hose if we need longer elsewhere. So it's the next morning. We just finished up breakfast and we're cleaning up. And I noticed last night that I had a leak on my hose from my sink. That when I tried to tighten it up using my little, oh for crying out loud, adjustable wrench, went to tighten this fitting up and I broke it. So that's why we're having to do that now. So we run out today, we're going to swing by one of the hardware stores and see if I can get another hose. But here's one of those things, issues that I ran into. And I knew I was going to have it, but I didn't think they would be so different. So I sized the 12-volt pin based off of Dad's new solar generator. It's gray cell. And it's a certain diameter pin that you go with. Well, when I plug it into some of my other ones, my Vito Man and my Alpha, they work, but it's the wrong diameter. Helps if I plug it in the right one. So when you completely seat it, it doesn't make full contact because it's wider in diameter. So if you do these type of things, no matter what you're doing, you think a 12-volt pin is a 12-volt pin, there's all kinds of different sizes. So I've got this hardwired, so it really works best with Dad's. So I need to check my other solar generators and see what their pin diameters are. And I'm sure I can get on Amazon and find adapters It's just kind of a pain in the butt. You wish there'd be one universal pin situation. So if you do something like this, make sure you got the right diameter pin or it's going to drive you crazy. So another resource we use all the time at camp is propane. We have propane for our cook stove, we have propane for our shower, we have propane for our auxiliary heater. And obviously in a closed off cabin like that, that can be an issue. So I want to show you a tool that I think is handy to have should you use a lot of propane. Sitting in my shower. So the first thing you do is turn it on. Turn it on. And it powers up. So it's when it's doing that little display there, then of course it's kind of warming up and getting ready to sniff, or it's doing some air sampling right now. I don't know. But the thing is, you don't want to do this anywhere you think you may have a gas leak, because this is how it's kind of setting its baseline. Once it warms up, it'll beep and let you know that it's warm. And then you can start using it around your devices. Okay, so now it's warm. So if I were to, let's turn the camera around here. If I were to turn this gas on, so if I would have a leak here, then of course it should beep. But these things are obviously pretty secure, so they usually don't leak. They're made specifically for that. But let's loosen it up here. So it's still picking up a little bit of gas. That's because of wind swirling here inside this space that I'm in. So it's pretty neat how that works. It's really accurate. Yeah, I'm full of hot air. So it just gives you an idea. Even though you don't smell propane or natural gas, this thing obviously has a much better sniffer than we do. So being right here inside this enclosed area here, a little bit of wind swirl, and it's picking up that propane and swirling it. So let me get out of here. So any gas appliance, I think, would be handy to have one of these tools. In fact, it's kind of got me wanting to test a bunch of things and just see what all we can detect. So let's try gasoline fumes and see if it detects that. Ah, so it does that. Let's check out exhaust fumes. All right. So, it makes me want to test even more. Sit. Sit. Stay. Stay. Okay, no leaks there. I could check my teenagers, but I don't know if the batteries would last long enough. So TopTes sent me an extra one as a giveaway. So what I want to do is offer this to one of you all viewers. I will ship it out to you. And I think that what we'll have to do is, without using profanity, give me the most junior high level joke, sarcastic comment about a gas leak detector, all right? Let's just see how creative you people can get. Challenge, do it without using profanity. And again, think of 12-year-old Jim Locker humor. Kelly and I will vote what we think is the most ridiculous comment, and you will be the winner. So our water system has worked really well. 30 gallons, and we've been up here, today's day 4? 1, 2, 3, yeah. Day 4. We've been up here, and I believe, looks like we still have about a quarter tank left. So really happy with how that has worked out. The pump Pump's a little noisy, but having it plugged in provides water to the sink. And just doing a bucket for our drain right now since we don't have anything plumbed. And that takes care of what we need. We can heat water on top of our propane camp stove, or since it's cool, then we can have our wood burner going and we can just heat water up right here as well.